Hello, Facebook fam. Hey, thank you all who all joined the Facebook Live State of Our Youth virtual discussion. I want to take this opportunity to thank all of our viewers who came in and made their comments on the chat. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to the Vnetwork Radio. The State of Our Youth was an important discussion, and we want to say to the community folks, we want to say individuals, the parents out there, let's all come together to work on coming together and working with the churches, working with the different entities or different organizations to make change for our youth is definitely needed. One of the things that I'm so very passionate for is educational for our youth. And so we want to make sure that we're doing the things and following the steps to ensure that our youth are our future. A lot of times youth would like to learn how to start their own business. We've got to be able to train these youths to start their own businesses. Let's train them on credit, how to obtain credit, how to keep your credit straight. I think these are some of the things that we need to talk about. Emotional intelligence. What happens when you are approached by a police officer? What are some of the steps that you would take to when you are approached by a police officer? These are things. Let's talk about education. Let's talk about what you want to do after high school. These are things that we need to talk with our youth about, and we're so very passionate about this. And so we are currently working in the Hartford different school systems and working with these youths on these different challenges that they're facing, the violence, the abuse, working with the families who have lost loved ones due to tragic and due to violence in the communities. These are the things that we're doing. I've been at vigils with family members who have lost their family members due to violence. These individuals have a name, and we support those parents that have lost loved ones. Some have the grandparents are raising the kids, and the mother and the father are not present in the home. These are some of the things that we're facing when it comes down to our youth. And so I just want to thank all of our panelists who came on today. I want to thank them for everything that we've said. Now, this discussion will not be just this one discussion and then everything is squashed. What we're going to do, we're going to come back, and what we're going to do is work on getting some youth to get involved, and we want to work on getting some youth to come in and have a virtual discussion, a panel with our youth. And then we're going to get some of our panelists to come back. And some of the same panelists, we're going to get some of them to come back and, chime in with the youth and have a one-on-one session with our youth. All right. And then at the end of the year, we're going to come back with the panelists, and we're going to come back with the youth to see what we can do to bring everything together, to see what we have done throughout the whole entire year with our youth. Now, we're going to take this challenge. Now, this is not just going to happen just in 2021, but we're talking about 2022, 23, 24, and so forth, so that it could be a continuous working in our community, working in our churches, working in the different organizations, working for our youth, because they are our future. And I want to thank you. Yes, Pastor Sedaria Graves, thank you. I want to thank you for bringing that point out. These things are what's needed. In high schools, they had classes talking about birth control and all these different things for these youths, teenagers. They had these classes lined up. We need to get back to teaching our youth what is what when it comes down to having relationships, and making sure that if you're not in a relationship where it's a dedicated relationship, it doesn't need to happen, because all it's going to bring is heartache and pain, and the only thing they're going to have is a statistic. And so when we talk about relationships, I was just reading on the other day, we have so many youth that are homeless all across the nation. So many youth. I think the numbers are in the millions of youth all across the nations that are homeless. You know what I'm saying? We got to think about these different things. These youths have trauma, abuse in their families, and all these different things, and so they are hurting right now. And so it's up to us as parents, as us as leaders, as providers, as organizations and family members to embrace one another and encourage one another as much as we possibly can. I wanted to come back on and just give a brief on the different things that we talked about. And I think that this is great. But a lot of times people will think that, and I don't want our viewers to think that we're just going to come on just one time. We're going to put this plan into implementation, into action, and we're actually going to come back and to discuss what we can do to help our youth out and be a support mechanism for our youth. We heard a lot of different things during this conversation pertaining to our youth. But in fact, our youth are some of the brightest individuals that we have. Our youth are very intelligent. Our youth have business mindsets, but they just need to know how to present it, in a positive manner, not in a negative way. We have a lot of youth that are talented in the music industry. It's up to us as leaders and role models, producers, singers, to inspire them to become the best that they possibly can become. When someone's training for a position, they normally give you the tools. Normally they give you a notebook or a pen, piece of paper, so that you can start taking notes. And I always say this: a plan isn't a plan until it is written. Somebody said, well, I can do this, and I got this on my mind. I can do everything, in the world. But a plan isn't a plan until it's written and put into action. All right. So, stop saying, okay, I can do this. Yes, you can do that through Christ. We can do all things through Christ. But we have to also be wise to say that, hey, I'm going to take this plan and put it down on paper and put it into action. When I started my business, I started the business as a business plan. I wrote down some of the things that I wanted to do in this plan. Also, I took this plan and I said, okay, what if COVID-19 hit? What if you can't do such and such thing? What is the secondary plan? What is the third plan? Okay, so you not only have to have a plan A, you have to have a plan A, B, and C. And that's the same way in regular life. Certain situations can is challenging. You can be hit with emergency. One of the family members could pass. All right. So the thing is to have life insurance. And most people that I know of, they do not take that into consideration to have life insurance for you and your family. If something happens, that life insurance will be able to take care of the funeral expenses. That life insurance will be able to help provide for the family, those children, the youth. You know, families and individuals and parents, uh, they don't think about these different things. And so these are all the things that we have faced in our communities and that we need to learn, we need to train each other on. And I'm one of the biggest fans about training and going into and doing our training. In 2014, we did a financial literacy workshop. We did job and housing workshop where we actually took young people in the community. We took college students and talked to them about financial literacy. We talked to them about credit. We talked to them about banking. We even implemented banks that came in and sat down and said, "Hey, if you can implement and talk to the parents to say, if you can say pitch in the $5, we'll match double what you wanted, what you have." All right, so these are the things. We went into the community and we've done job housing workshops where people that was faced with not having homes to live in, people not having apartments to live in, they were able to establish a residence, with their name on it, to if they had situations with housing matters, how to work on, uh, uh, resolution to those housing issues and things like that. We've done it. Jobs, we've took people in the community and sat them down with employers, and employers have actually worked with them to get jobs. We talked and we discussed about men tying ties. We had Dress for Success implement in our programs that we've had. And so um, when the prophet talked about men not being able to tie a tie, we actually implemented and taught those men how to tie ties. All right, and even gave them ties to tie, so that they can take back home. So these are the things that we need to work on in our communities. And I want to thank God for allowing me to be able to, host the panel. And I want to thank all the panelists for having me to host this whole discussion. And I'm so excited. Hey, inbox me to let me know what you think about the discussion, how we can work to make things better. Hey, if you want to give us a call, you can give us a call. The phone is on the screen there, 860-461-7577. I like to hear some of the views of our viewers. If we have any of our panelists that's out there that and you want to call in, that was on the panel. You know how the Democrats and the Republicans come back and do a review of everything. And so I thought that would be a great idea to come back and do a review on what we discussed and what we want to implement for our future. All right. And so this is so great. I'm so excited. I wanted to come back on just to see what our viewers had to say. And I think we got some. Yep. Says I will be glad to assist in any way possible. Also, my radio show. Oh, Doc. Okay, Doc. Yes. You're the founder. So, I mean, here are some of the things that we are here to do to encourage, to inspire, and to motivate our young people and adults to become better. This is the thing. We need to empower each other. And a lot of folks in the community, they talk down one another. They talk down to the youth, and the youth get so fed up, and they say, I don't want to deal with these people. I just want to go on my own. That's why when youth get fed up, they run. They run, and they don't have communication with families. They don't have communications with the mother. They don't have communications with the fathers because they've been so fed up. Things have been forced down their throat, instead of teaching them. I put up a post. I want to thank Ricky Smiley for addressing the whole situation. It was a mother who had a young adult young adult living in her house, and she told the young adult to make sure she's washed the dishes, make sure the house is clean. And the young lady was talking back to the mother and said, hey, you can't tell me this and that. And then the mother, she was at her and was forcing it down her throat and calling all kinds of names and things like that. Here's the thing is that we have to give them an ultimatum. Say, hey, listen, you said you was going to wash the dishes at this time, at this place, and you made this agreement. You write it down. All right, you made this agreement, or you made this agreement that say you're going to clean up, make sure the house is clean. You made this agreement, and this is the date and the time that you made this agreement. And then when you got a child that won't listen or just chime back with any old thing, you have that agreement on that piece of paper and say, listen, if you can't abide by what you stated and what we agreed upon, then you have 5 days to leave. All right. And so that's the thing that we have to make sure that we teach them, to honor and to respect us as adults, to say, hey, enough is enough. And if you're going to live in my house, you're not going to be talking back. If you're living in my house, you're not going to just come in any kind of old way at any old kind of time, because if I'm paying the bills and you are the child, you can't just come in any old time, bring any old body inside the house without asking for approval. You know what I'm saying? These are the things that we need to train up the youth. Nowadays, I've seen little babies, not barely got their pants on or diaper on, and they cussing the mother out, cussing the father out, call them all kind of names. But then when it's birthday time, they want to get them the fancy Jordans and the fancy jeans and the fancy uniforms and suits and things like that. Yes, oh, he's so cute. He is so cute. And these are the things that we need to teach our young people, to have respect, not only for the parents, but have respect for themselves. And I'm so glad I was so elated when we had this discussion, and we're looking to do a lot of work in our communities all across the nation. And I know everybody's going to work on something. And if you are individual, or if you are in a business, you may own real estate, you may own a business, music business, a producer, a CEO, and you would like to get involved with working with the youth, and you would like to know what we're doing to work with other panelists and other individuals, other organizations in our community, you can inbox me, or you can give me a call at the office. The office line is listed there, and we'll be happy to speak with you and to implement a plan so that we all can be able to prosper. But I just want to come back to applaud everybody. Thank you all. and we look forward to the work that each and every one is doing in their communities. And we want you all to make sure you inbox us here at the V Network Radio, and just tell us what you're doing. And if you have questions that you like to raise to the panel or a comment, inbox us. We like to hear from you. You can always give us a call, and I'll make sure that your question uh, is answered. All right. You can inbox me, or you can give me a call. 860-461-7577 is the number. And I think it's great. I think it's great that we can all come together. And I look forward to working with each and every one of you. And continue to support the V Network Radio. All right. Continue to support the V Network Radio. We're doing this, all these different lives and live feeds with our artists all over the world. But continue to support us. We have new T-shirts out, and you can help us out, and by getting one of the new T-shirts that we have that's out. Yeah, that's the T-shirt right there. Get your praise on. Get your praise on T-shirt. All right. Get your praise on T-shirt. We got those T-shirts available. Get your praise on T-shirt. All right. Give me a call, and we can get that T-shirt out to you right away. And support the V Network Radio and the work that we're doing here at the V Network Radio. Hey, if you want to Cash App us, you can Cash App us at $ V Network Radio. $ V Network Radio. All right. And you can Cash App us a donation, help us out as we going to continue to bring you the best in gospel music right here on the V Network Radio anytime, anyway. Hey, and don't forget to click onto the link. We always post our link to our station, and we bring to you the best in gospel music. Just scroll down our group page, and you can click onto the link. Or inbox me. If you don't have the link, inbox me. I can send you the link. You can tune in to the V Network Radio 24 hours a day, bringing you some of the best in gospel music. All right. And yes, so make sure you support us and what we're doing. All right. So God bless you, and thank everybody. And I wanted to come back and give a review of what we discussed and what we're going to do for our future, for our youth, because the youth is our future, and we want to make sure that we support them and support and support everything that they're doing in our communities. All right. Yes. Okay. I'll let you know if anything that you can do to support. Yes, definitely. We need your help in your communities. We want to work in our communities. Hey, those of you that don't know, I have I'm a CEO of an organization also. It's called Hartford Community Leaders Development Corp. And we work on these different topics that we discussing. And so you can go out to let me actually put it in the chat, and I'll put it in the chat so that everybody can go out to our website to see some of the work that we've been doing. It's actually let me post it here in our website. All right, Hartford Community Leader. All right. Let me post this in the chat. You can go out and take a look at some of the work that we've actually done in our communities. And so we want you to take a look and see some of the things that we've done in our communities. All right. That's the website there. All right. That's www.hartfordcommunityleaders.com. And you can go out to our website and see some of the work that we've done. And so some of the discussions that we've had today, we've already implemented that with our young adults and youth, and work with different individuals in our communities. All right. Go out to our website, www.hartfordcommunityleaders.com, and .org, and you can take a look at some of the work that we've done. So we're just not just saying that we're going to do these things. We are actually implementing these things with our community, and we're working in the schools um, to provide emotional intelligence, to talk on financial literacy, to work on different topics, employment, credit, all these different things in our school systems. All right. So take a look. All right. And we want to hear from you. Make sure you once again inbox me with any comments, anything that you may think that may be beneficial to us, support any kind of way. We'll very much appreciate it. And don't forget, like I say, if you would like to support the ministries that we have, you can go out to the and get your Praise On T-shirt through the Vnetwork Radio, and you can get that, and uh, proceeds will help someone in the community become better, become stronger, and become wiser. All right, God bless you. Hey, I'm going to be coming back with my next live, coming back next year with special guests. And so we got a whole power pack schedule lined up for January, and all throughout the whole entire year with different artists in the music industry. So don't forget to tune in to the Vnetwork Radio, and we'll tag you into different posts. Yes, that's how we get the word out. We tag each other in the different posts to let each other know what's going on with the Vnetwork Radio, and our different guests with different artists. And we got some great artists coming up. Some well-known artists coming up in the new year, so we want you all to be prepared to tune in to the Vnetwork Radio as we bring to you the best in gospel music. All right, we do play other genres of music, and I'm not too worried about them, but I'm constantly worried about the gospel music. All right, in our gospel community. All right, so we want to make sure that we support one another. All right, and I've also have interviewed others in the secular genres, and I love the music, but the gospel, we specialize in the gospel music, and I push for the gospel programming as the programming director right here on the Vnetwork Radio. All right, hey, thank you all. God bless you, and we'll see you next time. All right, see ya.